Welcome back. Today we're talking construction in totality. You want to talk about building plans, bill of quantities, and we have engineer Alfred with us, a celebrated engineer who has worked on a lot of projects. And there's the guy that I've been behind all my construction job myself, consulting and helping with the engineering side. Today he's going to talk us through building plans. We talk about bill of quantities, and then step by step, basically what you need to understand about building plans and how you go about your building project. Let's speak to engineer Alfred. Welcome back to Door Chronicles again. This is your second time, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so tell us briefly what you do as a business, what you do.
Okay, my name is Alfred, as you said. I am engineer by profession. Yeah, I deal mainly in general construction.
Okay.
When I talk of general construction, it's not only about buildings.
Okay.
It has to do with road construction, anything that has to do with structures, engineering. It's what I do.
Okay.
Yes, from this includes even architectural designs, structural design, etc., etc. Anything that has to do with what engineering, civil engineering is what I do.
How long have you been in business?
I can say it's been over 10 years.
10 years.
Proudly.
Okay. What is the biggest project you've ever handled?
Let's say a 6-story complex at Kaswa.
6-story complex.
At Kaswa.
You might have a lot of money. All right. So tell us, we want to understand building plan. Why is it necessary for people to have building plans before they go on site?
Yes, of course, it is very necessary to have a building plan.
Okay.
Why? Because it gives you a guide on what to expect. From the beginning of the structure, you already know what you are going to put up from just the beginning, because the building plan gives you all that. It gives you the details. Even the artisan on site knows exactly what to do. The building plan conforms with the codes by the Ghana Standards Authority. Anything that would make a building very stable is what. So everyone must go with a building plan. Why? Because without a building plan, yes, there are certain things that we don't do right. One, arrangement of rooms, as in layout, and etc., a lot of things. So with a building plan, from experts like me, is exactly what you need to know exactly what you expect as a client.
Okay, so you've been in the scene for about 10 years, and before that, you've seen rooms. What are some of the new things that have been introduced in the Ghanaian architectural design today? You feel that years ago they were not there?
Of course, modernization is something we cannot put aside, because it is something that every day evolves.
Okay.
One, you see, the way, even let's say, a toilet seat was before, you don't see the same toilet seat today.
Okay.
There are even toilet seats that use sensor.
Sensor, yeah.
You flash and taste. The same way, even building designs are hot. There's something when we're studying, we call evolution of structures. Like
Evolution
I
of
said,
structures, yeah.
our ancestors, as in our forefathers, were not in this kind of structure that we are in today.
Yeah.
But because of education on our field, that is why today we see a lot of things, or a lot of nice structures that we have. So there are a lot of things that, let's say, a normal artisan, or let's say someone who is an artisan, cannot know when it comes to structure. So the moment they thought they had to do something, they go doing it without using the technicalities that are involved.
Okay.
So everyone is an expert when it comes to structures.
Okay. So now, what type of building plan are we looking at today?
I call it simple. It's very simple. In the American call it one-storey,
Okay.
but with the British, as we go by the British standard, we refer to this as a 2-story.
Yeah.
So the ground floor and then the first floor plan.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are looking at that today.
Yes.
Is it necessary for an individual, let's say a random person like my father who wants to build a house, need to have an idea about the building plan? Do you need to have an idea about that building plan? Because I want us to have that conversation today. Is it necessary for somebody to have an idea about that building plan before you contract somebody to build for you?
If you're going to have an idea of a building plan, you cannot have the idea when you sit at home,
Okay.
unless you consult someone who has an idea of the whole thing to tell you why or what it means.
Okay.
So by that, let's say we do consultation here as well.
Okay.
If there's something you don't understand at all, you have to come here, because it is very necessary that you get to know why you need an expert, or you need a building plan to go before you start your project.
Okay.
Very necessary.
So walk us through the plan now. Now, what are some of the key things here? Just walk us through.
With us, we have designed a building plan. We have the architectural aspect, and then we have, if it is a story building, we have what we call the structural designs or structural drawings. I will talk about the architectural aspect.
Yeah.
There's something when it comes to the architectural aspect we call 3D modeling.
3D modeling.
Yes.
Okay.
Which gives you the exact look, the final look of the structure when it is put up.
Okay.
We make sure that we get you that from the beginning, so you have a fair idea of
For the
what you are
physical
expecting
look of the property.
Good. Exactly. So we start with that. It is from this 3D modeling that I'll extract my let's say front elevations or elevations.
Yes.
Front, back, left, and right.
Okay.
As well. In fact, when I'm talking about this, we are talking about building today, so I will actually concentrate more on buildings.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that I am limited to only buildings.
Sure.
Yeah. So the 3D modeling gives you exactly
the physical look, outlook of the property.
Let's say the landscaping, everything.
Okay.
That you expect as a final when you complete a building.
Okay.
Yeah. From that, there is something we call block and site plan.
Block
and site plan.
Block and site plan.
Exactly.
Good. Okay.
That block and site plans, you see, when you get a land, it may be a one plot, 80 by 100, 100 by 100 or so ever. But maybe the structure you are putting up cannot cover all the area.
Okay.
According to the Ghana Standards Authority, they advise that about, let's say, even 60% or 40% to 60% should be left for other things. Okay. Let's say for parking of cars and any other activity other that will go occur. That happens on your property.
Okay.
Yeah, so that block and site plans give you show you how to position your building on the land.
Okay.
Yes. From there, I'll quickly go without wasting time. Let's go to what we are talking about 2-story building today. So let's quickly go to the ground floor plan.
The ground floor. Okay.
Yes. Mainly, if you're talking about story buildings, the ground floor plan mainly contains your living room, kitchen, dining, sometimes study, because you don't expect maybe someone who is taking your children through studies to go climb your staircase to the top. Okay. So we position strategically somewhere just at the side of the living room.
You have a living room, you have dining, you have kitchen, you have a study at the ground floor.
Yes,
mostly.
And sometimes too, people actually want a guest room in addition to another one bedroom
on that floor.
On the ground floor.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I like that one because if you are gradually getting older, you cannot climb upstairs.
Exactly.
You certainly one of the bedrooms.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you see, when we are going to design for you, we have to have a consultation with you. We communicate with you on every aspect of the design for you to have a fair idea. If you should bring an idea and I say, something is not okay about it, it is my duty as an architect or your engineer to advise that, no, why don't you do it this way? Because then I'll give you a reason why
it has to be done this way. Okay.
Yes. So from there, the floor plan is when we agree on the floor plan, and then you also agree with me that all that I'm saying is okay. We agree on it, and then I design for you.
Okay.
Now the the ground floor plan is going to give me an idea of what I'm going to design at the top.
Okay.
So we now go to the first floor plan, and then the number of bedrooms that you want. Maybe sometimes you have only a dining, 2-bedroom, kitchen, and all those things. We are talking about the area, the total area of the that structure. All those ones of covers.
Okay.
When we take dimensions into consideration. So sometimes maybe someone will look for this and then say, I need 5 bedrooms
at the top.
I get my point.
Yes.
Which that 5 bedrooms, you are going to even put it on a standard level. It's going to be bigger than the area you have on the ground floor.
On the ground floor. So
this is where the advice comes in. I tell you, this is the issue. If you want to have this number of bedrooms at the top, then this is it's going to be bigger than even the top. What it means is that then I have to use a column to support a part of it. So the top is going to be bigger. So these are the things you have to give them advice. Tell them every step, every aspect of the design that this is what you are doing and this is why you have to do it this way. And sometimes, you see, there are many times when you come with clients where maybe they're trying to be very, they're usually very difficult. Because even though they know you are the expert, they don't have no idea of what you are doing. They try to tell you what to do.
Okay.
But even trying to tell them, this is not good, they try to force you to do what they want you to do. But because you are an expert, you find a way to make them understand that no, what they are going to do is going to be disastrous. Sometimes when they insist on mid-million and know that in future it's going to be a problem, I reject the offer and I ask the person to go and look for someone, because I wouldn't want to do a job today, then in future it will come against me.
Yeah, because you have your codes and standard
Yes,
laws also that make
of
sure
course.
that you as an architect, what you do
Exactly.
must conform with the rules.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so the arrangement of rooms, that the moment I get the site plan, I know how, because of my expertise, I know how to arrange the rooms at the top for you, and you perfectly like this.
What should be the standard area of a room?
If you are talking about bedroom,
Yes, bedroom. What should be the standard?
bedroom, currently, see, formally, people say that it should be 12 by 12.
Okay.
But if you are doing design these days, 12 by 12 is not big enough. Even excluding maybe the private,
The
or
washroom and the
as you call
closet.
it. Yes, even excluding it, I don't agree on 12 by 12 because to me it looks too small.
Too small.
In future, if you are putting up a building today, you don't expect to be the one occupying the building. You have a cycle whereby when you get old,
Some other people come in.
you pass away. So your children will take over. Even if not, your children are going to rent it out. During that time, they have a demand. Maybe the beds people use now, and a lot of things that
huge beds.
so we need a very big house. So sometimes I do my 14 by 16, 14 by 14, excluding the private.
Okay.
Yes. So when talking about standard size, people think it's 12 by 12. That is those days. But now, no. At least we upgraded a bit. Yeah.
So it should be 14 by 16 or 14 by 14.
Yeah, I stick to that.
That is what you love to advise people about.
Yes.
Okay. And what are some of the common mistakes you've seen, when you get to site or you are moving around, you see building projects ongoing? What are some of the common mistakes you've seen other architects do in their job and you feel that there should be something that needs to be corrected? So what are some of the common mistakes?
Okay, normally to me, I wouldn't want to be talking about other architects
Yes.
Because of professionalism.
Sure.
We don't do that. So if anyone needs consultation at all, I wouldn't go much with other people's existing. But we are here. I am not the only person in town. We are a lot now, and I know my colleagues out there are so good. But yes, I trust myself, and I know I've been doing a very good job. If you need my consultation, I'm always here. Other architects too, but most of the time, truly, you come across a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you cannot blame the designer. Maybe the designer did his or her work perfectly,
but the client wants something.
Maybe the person who they got, the assistant they got for the work, maybe is the one doing the mistake. So sometimes you can't tell if the mistake comes from, unless you got a plan and then you look at it.
Okay. We also understand that some people want story building, but story buildings, to my knowledge, are expensive. Somebody that is growing up, you don't have a lot of money. Would you advise I go for a story building or a bungalow building?
Yes, that is why when you come to me and then you tell me that you want a story building, I have to first of all tell you that I don't know your budget. I don't know what you spend at before you put up the building. This is the amount of money I want to use on it. When you come and I tell you, oh, this is the type of building, this will cost around this. Can you do it? So that's why consultation with the expertise are very good. The experts are very good. Forgive my language. One, like this type of building you're putting, I just see it as a small picture. And then when I give you the detail, and then I give you the complete
cost.
bill of quantities, or let's say bill of materials alone, you will get to know the cost. And if you can do it, you will know. If you cannot do it, I am not even the one to, because the cost is there. Can you afford it? If you cannot afford it, then I think you advise yourself.
Yeah. You talk about bill of quantity. Why is it necessary for you? I spoke to a client before. I'm supposed to handle a project. I asked her, let me connect you to somebody to do the building design for you. After that, you do bill of quantities. She doesn't want to take it. She feels that these are petty expenses taking the money away from the job. Why should somebody be committed to a bill of quantity?
Yeah, it's a state-by-state procedure of what you need and what you do and the amount you need to complete your work. If let's talk about the substructure. When we are doing a bill of quantities, we work from the excavation of trench all the way to the floor.
Yes, let's just use the word foundation.
So, okay.
Yeah, foundation.
So the foundation. So up to the substructure level, we state it clearly and tell you how much it will cost you to finish the substructure.
Yeah.
The substructure is the part of the building that you cannot see.
See visible.
Yeah, that is mostly buried within the soil.
Yeah.
I guess me. So we give you a state by state. Even laying the wall up to a certain level, we give you a bill. Everything is a state by state. So you get to know every money or how much money you need to spend. to get to and even to complete the whole project, come to finishing. And then there's a finisher. We give you every detail of that. Yes, sometimes you can give a person a bill of quantity. You communicate with the person. This is the type of bed I want in my room. We have a cost for it. So if that person, maybe I can put up this structure, that someone will put up the same structure, it will not be the same amount of money.
Okay, why?
It depends on the quality
that
of materials,
okay,
and the quality of things that you want in your room.
Okay.
So yeah, the building will look similar, but the amount of money you spend, someone spends on his or hers, is not the same as you spend.
Okay.
It depends on what you want in your room.
Okay. Good. So bill of quantity is very paramount. You need to get it before you start your building project.
Yes,
so if I should understand you, I want to build a house. The first thing is that I send my architect to the ground to go check the land. You have a building plan, and the next phase is your bill of quantities.
Exactly.
Before you go get your builder or whatsoever and start your building.
Exactly.
But you do the two, right?
Yes, I do. In fact, I am an engineer.
So
an engineer is allowed to design a building, not only a building, a structure.
Okay.
Likewise, you see, an architect is someone who is only limited to buildings.
Okay.
Mainly. That's why if someone who did architecture from the university, and whatever that they give them cannot endorse more than 1 story. Or let's say British call it 2 stories.
Okay.
But an engineer like me, I can endorse as far as I can hot. When I'm called upon to hot, or when I'm questioned, I can hot explain it.
How expensive are you?
I'm not expensive at all. When it comes to that aspect, in fact, I think I'm the best in town.
Okay.
And in fact, I don't just look into the money. I make sure that I give you a good work. You see, we are very young and we are building the future. You don't just look at the money, you look at the quality of work that you give.
Quality of work and the connections you create with people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyone who thinks, who is afraid of engineers, architects, in fact, I am very, very affordable. They can call me anytime. And when they get to know me, they'll know that here truly, I am one of the best in town. I give one of the best work, as in quality work. But yet, I'm still hot, very affordable.
Sure. A friend says that your first building shouldn't be your dream home. Do you agree with that?
Okay, it depends on who you are. So let me put it that way. It depends on who you are.
Why do you say so?
Why I'm saying that is because, you see, we are all not the same. Someone is from a very rich home. Already, everything is there. I get my point.
Yeah.
So as you are saying that your first home shouldn't be your dream home, that's the thing I'm putting up in a blink. I get my bar. We are all not the same. So it depends. I don't trust that saying because someone can even buy mansions at the age of
18, 17.
Some people are even already in the belly. They bought mansions for them.
Yeah.
So yes, it depends on where you are coming from, how rich or hot you are.
I think the conversation started because of how it's difficult to build today.
Yeah.
So he mentioned that in the sense that the young people should think about getting an affordable home for themselves to avoid rental properties. I'm asking this question with the sense that, let's say, as a young guy who wants to build today, what type of building plan I need to consider, what type of building I need to consider should be my first home that will let me escape paying rent, that will take care of the family for the short term. It is okay for the family, it is easy to build, or with time I can be able to build. Which type of building, how many number of bedrooms, like your emergency house, what do you feel?
Okay, if you are a young guy or a young person who maybe you don't have a family, you are not married, so maybe I can even advise that you can go for a simple 2-bedroom design.
Okay.
One, the reason why I said a simple 2-bedroom, even if you are not married, sometimes maybe some of your family members will come to visit you.
Yeah.
So if you are not married at all, simple 2-bedroom house is okay for you. So that the other bedroom, when people visit you, you can just use that one.
So that simple 2-bedroom, now give or take, how much will it cost me?
Looking at the market now, in fact, every day things are being increased in the market.
Yeah.
So looking at that simple, it depends on the area though, because you see, if you already have the land, fair enough.
Sure.
But if you're not going to purchase the land, even the land, the prices varies. Maybe the land I will buy maybe somewhere in Accra for even 50,000, 100,000. I can get that land somewhere 15,000.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect. One, like I said before, it also has to do with the materials you want to use.
Okay.
The quality of materials you want to use. and how you are going to get the contractors to do for you. The one you trust, if it is very affordable like me, you will not suffer at all you will not suffer at all to put up that structure.
Yeah.
So let's say if I'm on your site, I can have an agreement with you. Let's say using 300,000 Ghana cedis. Yes.
Yeah. I think wastage is one key factor that makes it difficult for people
Of course.
to grow.
So you need someone who can supervise the work very well for you to make sure that he handles the construction process very well for you.
Okay. So wrap it up for us. What can you tell us briefly, as your closing remarks on getting a building plan, getting the right people for you? Okay, before you do that, I want you to give us a little bit highlight on certain key individuals that helps in the construction field. Who an architect is, who a builder is, or a constructor, who a bill of quantities, a quantity surveyor is, who a foreman is, and before. I want you to break it down because people feel that everybody is everybody.
No, okay, thank you. I think that is very important.
Yeah.
You see, in the construction industry, yes, I think that's the mistake some people make.
Yeah.
The moment they meet somebody and the person says, I'm an architect, they think the person is an engineer.
Okay.
So he can do everything. But that's not true. That is why when they are putting up these structures, they make sure that we have who is an engineer, who is an architect. We even have who is qualified to be a supervisor on the site.
Okay.
And we have a foreman, and you have the labor force or the workforce. You see, an architect is not someone who builds. An architect is someone who designs the structure to perfection. Okay. The way you want it. The architect designs the structure for you. Talking about an engineer designs and constructs.
Okay.
An engineer is someone who can design the building. Is allowed to taught how to design the building and do the construction for you as well.
Good.
So there's a difference. And people also sometimes they allow even quantity surveyors to even take contracts. A quantity surveyor is not someone who builds. A quantity surveyor is not someone who is going to even design a building. Yeah. The duty of a quantity surveyor is that a building plan is provided for him. He look at those details and then give you a stage by stage the amount and the materials you want to put up that structure. That is his work. If maybe you are able to, if you give a quantity surveyor to go and put up a building for you, it's a very big mistake. So these are some of the differences. When it comes to, let's say, a supervisor on site, yes, I can say that, let's say, architects can supervise a building for you. Okay. Because they were also taught that in school. That doesn't mean that he can construct, put up the building for you. Okay. That way, we get what we call, let's say, a foreman, a site foreman. A site foreman who is someone who is experienced practically. So he also knows everything, like what to do and how to do it. Someone that when someone is making a mistake, you'll be able to tell the person that, please, what you are doing is not right. Don't do it that way. Or please, let's break this because it will cause a lot of damage in the future. So with that experience, even when you are not on site, when the person calls you, the moment you tell the person to do this, he knows what you are telling him. That is the communication. So these are different views on that. Even when it comes to foreman is not someone who is just a mason. Yeah. Because on the site we have
project officers.
Every aspect of the building you should be able to when you get the building plan. Let's say in the building plan we have what we call the electrical layout. Yes. I get it. Even though you are not
layout also.
You are not going to do that work as a foreman. When you are getting an electrician who is coming to do the work, you should know if the person is doing the right thing. Yeah. A plumber, I get it. You, the foreman, you are not going to be the one to do the handiwork, but you should know if the person is doing the right thing. Yeah. To make sure that is supervised to the perfection. And we have various aspects when it comes to, you see, even when you talk of mechanical engineering. Yes. I get my point. Like let's say a lot of things are in the house. You have electronics. Yeah. All those aspects of the makes up the building industry. Yes, I get my point. So we have differences. Just that we have to know which one is which and which one does this and which one is not qualified to do this. Yeah, that is one thing I know my people don't know around you. Yeah. So you advise that if someone wants to build, especially commercial buildings, I often tell people that you make sure that all these people are playing their roles to perfection.
Very well. Okay.
Very well.
So wrap it up for us.
So yes, like I was saying, everyone needs consultation when it comes to structures, when it comes to buildings. If you do not have, some people say, those engineers they don't know anything at all. And the masons,
That knows the job.
carpenters, that knows the job. Don't go and waste your money. Just give the money to get some masons that it's a lie. You see, there are a lot that goes into building that maybe many people don't know.
Yeah.
That's why people actually got the masons to do them. But the maintenance, that's in the amount of money they have to use in future for maintenance is even way more than putting up a structure.
Yeah.
So these are some of the mistakes. Maybe I'm on your site. There are a lot of, even with my eyes alone, there are a lot of things I look out for.
Yeah.
I got my point. One, when I'm going to design for you, I'll not just go to the site. When I go to the site, I even have to do what we call reconnaissance survey.
Yeah, the area.
I have to survey the area.
Yeah.
Let me look at some of the structures that have been there. How many years have they been there?
Is damp rising?
Yes, all those things.
Yeah.
You have to do all those things. And like I said, testing of the soil, you don't just go because the land is there, you start putting up. In many, let's say, irrigation assemblies, they already have those data in their system.
Okay.
As in, they already conducted a test in some of the areas.
Okay.
If you go there and then they say, oh no, they don't have a test, then you have to go make sure that you fetch a sample and then you conduct a test. People don't even see the necessity of that, but it is very important in that regard.
Beautiful. Thank you for being part of today's episode, Engineer Alfred, for explaining to us why you need a building plan, what you need to expect, and all of that here on Chronicles. His number or contact details are going to be in the description below. Stick and stay with us.